Channel 8 today.
Tensions heat up over a solar farm. Coming up, the reason some neighbors want the project stopped. That could end up costing customers a lot of money. Plus,
a toad that could make your family pet croak. The 8 on your side warning about those poisonous creatures that are lurking in Bay Area neighborhoods.
Plus, a muggy start to the morning as a light breeze blew thin clouds past the moon this morning. Can you believe it's already 80 degrees in downtown Tampa? What a gorgeous shot. All right, Storm Team 8 meteorologist Lee Spann will show us the front moving in and what it means for our chances of rain.
Good morning, everybody. You're watching News Channel 8 today on this Tuesday. I'm Marco Villarreal.
I'm Gail Guayardo. When you step outside, boy, that muggy weather just hits you hard.
It certainly does. I'm putting it in the oppressive category again today, thanks to winds that come off the Gulf. Boy, that just kind of surges in that moisture. So when we check out Max Defender 8, what you'll notice is it caught up in that west to east flow, or the onshore flow that comes in from the Gulf. You get these tiny showers. I don't even really track them because look what happens as they move in. They just kind of fizzle out. They were about to, maybe a sprinkle still left on the Pinellas side of the Howard Franklin Bridge. But generally, that little batch of rain has already cleared out. Had one little batch of rain right near the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. It, too, is fizzling out, which is why I don't track that any further, because it just doesn't really go any farther east. Now, here's a look from the Lake Club in Lakewood Ranch. 78 degrees. Notice the clouds, kind of low-hanging clouds. A lot of moisture in the air. Gail mentioned, though, I talked about a cold front, but it will certainly not have any impact on our temperatures. What it will have an impact on is who sees the rain, because throughout the day, some drier air arrives for Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco County, so your rain chance is very slim. But if you live along or south of I-4, you could see a passing shower at any point during the day. It's going to be less likely farther to the north, but it's still a hot one. 90. That's our high temperature. That's also the average for today. At 6:08, I do have more of an hour-by-hour look at your Tuesday, Gail and Marco.
Hi, thank you, Lee. Happening today, the future of a solar farm in Pasco County is up for debate, and if past meetings are any indication, this one could be a fiery one.
Yeah, we spoke to a lot of people who believe this will be a costly eyesore, and they don't want the project to move forward. News Channel 8's Jana Jones is live at the Dade City Courthouse, where the meeting is set for this afternoon, and, you know, people don't have a lot of time to speak up.
Good morning to you both. No, they don't. Today will be the last chance they try to change the county's mind, and a lot of people say that they will not go down without a fight.
Location is everything, and the aesthetics is very important, and it's not going to be pretty.
The proposed site is on Blanton Road in Dade City. People who live there admire the rural layout and worry solar panels will ruin their rolling hills. The proposal is just one of 10 solar farms that TECO wants to build. The company claims customers will benefit, but first, bills will go up to cover the cost. The company estimates about $1 per project per month once each project is completed. If all goes as planned, that will mean about a $120 increase for the average TECO customer per year. Now, the final meeting for that project is today here at 1:30 at this building behind me. These meetings have been very, very active in the past. That's what's expected for today. We're told by group organizers that there are going to be a lot of protesters here. Of course, we'll let you know what happens at 4 in our evening newscast, as well as online at WFLA.com. Gail?
Yeah, this is a hotly debated project. All right, thank you, Jana.
Right now, Hernando County deputies are searching for a man who attempted to rape a woman in Spring Hill. Deputies say the suspect went up to the woman near the Bridgewater Club Apartments. It was dark around 2 o'clock in the morning. First, he tried small talk. Then he pushed her down and attacked her. She started screaming, so he grabbed her cell phone and took off. Neighbors are understandably concerned.
The way nowadays is that, it's getting hard to even go outside and do anything.
As of now, deputies say the suspect is possibly in his early 30s. He was wearing a red shirt at the time. If you know or saw anything at all, give the sheriff's office a call.
All right, at 6:04, an update this morning on the 2 recent cases of street racing that we've seen in Tampa. The first killed a mom and daughter on Bayshore. The other was on Gandy, where 2 men were arrested. One had kids in the car. Now, Mayor Bob Buckhorn tells News Channel 8 he'd like to see tougher penalties for drivers who deliberately put others' lives at risk.
Street racing at the rate that they are going, as we saw on Bayshore, has potentially catastrophic and tragic opportunities. they ought to be put in jail, and they ought to remain in jail for a while.
Already, the speed limit on Bayshore was lowered from 40 miles per hour to 35. An online petition is calling for the speed limit to be dropped even further to 25 miles per hour. Mayor Buckhorn says that's just too slow.
All right, this morning we're working to learn how a 14-year-old boy is doing after he was hurt in a boating crash. This all happened last night on Lake Ann in Odessa, and you're looking at a photo of a chopper that's landing to airlift that boy to the hospital for severe leg injuries. Investigators have not yet said how the crash happened.
It's 6:05. A dangerous sidewalk in Riverview is still causing problems after almost a year. And that's when neighbors knew they better call Bankin. The sinking sidewalk on Youngdale Drive next to a popular park is still roped off by caution tape. Neighbors told our Shannon Bankin this is more than just an eyesore or inconvenience. It's a safety hazard.
We're definitely worried about children, absolutely. And again, because they have a trampoline in the back, the kids come in and out. They ride bikes past here, and I'm afraid somebody, kid may be encouraged to jump this on a bicycle.
Shannon reached out to Hillsborough County. They told her it's not a quick fix. Turns out there's a drainage pipe that needs repair before they can fix the sidewalk, and that pipe is owned by the developer, according to the county.
An 8 on your side warning this morning about some toxic amphibians, the bufo toads. The recent rains are bringing out the poisonous creatures which could kill your pets. The recent rains are blamed for driving the toads above ground to lay their eggs in ponds, lakes, and canals. The toads can kill small animals, and when they get scared, the toads release a poison. If an animal touches or licks the toad, they can get very sick, even die.
Right now, a group of Bay Area war heroes are on their way to the nation's capital for a trip of a lifetime. An honor flight took off early this morning from the St. Pete Clearwater International Airport. Aboard today's flight, 3 veterans who are 97 years old. When they get to Washington, D.C., the veterans will tour the memorials built in their honor. The group will return tonight at 8.
The Lady Noles take game 1 in the Women's College World Series. FSU beating Washington 1-0. Former Alonzo standout Jessie Warren had the play of the game for FSU. Look at this. She made an amazing catch on a pop-up bunt, then threw to first to get that double play. Way to sacrifice her body on that one. Wow. FSU's taking on Washington tonight. If the Noles win, it'll be the team's first national titles. Can't stop the chop, right? Know what they say up there? UF's baseball team, they're advancing to the NCAA Super Regional. The Gators beating the FAU Owls in a second game early this morning. Now, UF is just 2 wins away from defending their national title. UF facing Auburn this weekend in hopes of advancing to the College World Series. What are the Tigers going to show up?
I'm not going to say anything because Gators, they are haters, man. They're like, don't forget where you live, blah, blah, blah. So nothing out of me.
And did you know they were even playing? Auburn was playing? No. Until just then? Yeah. That's what, anytime somebody says that about Georgia, I'm like, if I didn't know they were playing, I can't say much. Yeah. All right, it is really humid. The boys of summer are certainly out this morning. Whoa. 6:08. Here's a live look from the Max Defender 8. All morning long, I've been tracking just these tiny, tiny showers. They come in from the Gulf. They barely make it on shore. I thought this one might make it to West Chase, but it looks like it's already fizzling out. We had one over the Howard Franklin. It's already gone. A little shower here near Englewood this morning. And again, the showers make it maybe a few miles inland before they completely fizzle out. But it leaves us really humid. Here's the Tico Solar Array in Apollo Beach, where it's 80 degrees. So let me take you hour by hour through your Tuesday. There is this 10% chance of a quick shower this morning, but notice we're already in the low 80s as we start the day. 86 at noon, 90 at 4 p.m. There is a 20% rain chance, but that really depends on where you live. Talk about this cold front bringing the much drier air to Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco. Only a 10% rain chance there. 20% for areas just south of I-4 like Tampa, Lakeland, Lake Wales, Mayaca City, and maybe even a higher rain chance at 30% farther to the south. So in our weather headlines, weak front, slightly drier air north of I-4 today. But that stalled cold front creates even more showers and thunderstorms for everybody tomorrow. And we're staying hot in a typical summer pattern near 90. Meredith, how's traffic on the 8s?
Still looking really good as you make your way out the door. Live look here, 275 at Fowler. You can see an increase in traffic, but absolutely no delays. In fact, I can show you actual speeds in that area of 62 miles per hour. 75 southbound past Bruce B. Downs moving at 79 miles per hour. Delay free on the Veterans Expressway. Selman Expressway also looks fantastic. Travel times for the veterans right now, 15 minutes from 54 in through 275, so that's fantastic. And then we'll wrap up here with northbound 75 from Sun City Center to the Selman, 11 minutes. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Meredith.
Invitation revoked.
Yeah, still ahead, the reason the president told the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles not to bother coming to the White House for a visit.
And Ada's on your side, taking a bite out of your grocery bill. Tips on saving this summer on your family's favorite foods. It's 6:10. You're watching News Channel 8 today.
Traffic on News Channel 8 is sponsored by the personal injury law firm of Culpeper Curland.
Huge selection, might I say.
Selection, selection, selection. Everybody likes some options. It doesn't matter if you're looking for a Kia product, a Dodge, Ford, Chevy, trucks, cars, SUVs. You want them, we've got them. That's huge.
Need a ceiling fan installed? Broken plug or breaker fix? Call Electric Today now. We offer same-day service. Call today for our $36 off summer special.
When you need an electrician without delay, call Tampa Bay's favorite, Electric Today.
Look, a Bluebell truck. Mom, follow him.
Hang on, kids.
Folks everywhere just can't seem to resist the rich homemade taste of Bluebell ice cream. And because it's delivered fresh to your store by our very own drivers, we've developed quite a following. Somewhere a full half-gallon of Bluebell ice cream is on its way to you.
I'm Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding, and I have a special offer for local home buyers. When you use a real estate agent from my new company, listed.com, and get your mortgage from RP Funding, I'll pay all your closing costs. I know saving up for down payment and closing costs can be tough, so I want to help. You can search all the homes for sale at listed.com and then use RP Funding for your mortgage so I can pay all your closing costs. Call today or visit rpfunding.com for details.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Need a ceiling fan installed? Broken plug or breaker fix? Call Electric Today now. We offer same-day service. Call today for our $36 off summer special.
When you need an electrician without delay, call Tampa Bay's favorite, Electric Today.
Mackenzie and Xavier here. You know what I like? Giving people options.
Options? Who doesn't like options? If you're in the used car market looking for a new vehicle to replace that, come on in. We have the selection for you.
I would say that's
huge.
Storm Team 8 weather is sponsored by the Law Office of Catania and Catania.
It's 6:13. Trending now, the Philadelphia Eagles won't fly to the White House. The president canceled the Super Bowl champs' traditional visit.
In a tweet, the president cites the dispute over standing for the national anthem, and Avery Kahn here now to explain what's happening and the fallout. This is unheard of. They always go to the White House.
I know it. Good morning to you. This story is getting a lot of comments and shares from you on our Facebook page. The president shared some of his thoughts on Twitter overnight. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he tweeted out. Overnight, the president said the Philadelphia Eagles football team was invited to the White House. Unfortunately, only a small number of players decided to come, and we canceled the event. Staying in the locker room for the playing of our national anthem is as disrespectful to our country as kneeling. That means no Eagles in the White House this year. The Philly NFL team defeated the Patriots in Super Bowl 52 back in February.
And it's a long-standing tradition for the Super Bowl winners to visit the White House. The Philadelphia Eagles instead will be the guest of U.S. Senator Bob Casey from Pennsylvania. Senator Casey tweeted that he's skipping what he called a, quote, political stunt at the White House and invited the Eagles to the U.S. Capitol for a tour. The president says he will still hold a ceremony at the White House today that will celebrate America. Now, a lot of you are weighing in on this story on our WFLA Facebook fan page, like Dee, who says, I don't know what number of the players is equal to some, but I think it's sad that the entire team is being neglected over the actions of some. Dottie says, I feel that people who appreciate making America great again should be the only ones allowed to visit the White House. And of course, we would love to know how you feel about the president's decision. Go ahead and join the conversation right now on the News Channel 8 Facebook page.
All right, thanks, Avery. It's 6:15, and now some 8 on your side help with your grocery bill. Summer break is in full swing, which means your house will be full with the whole family as soon as everyone is out of the bed.
And that means all the kids are home for all 3 meals, and they're going to be hungry. Amanda Shavari joins us live now with ways to save the next time you go grocery shopping. Amanda, you've got some tips for us because these kids, they don't stop eating.
They will eat you out of house and home, but experts say the biggest piece of advice, make a list and stick to it. So this probably means you have to leave those kids home when you go to the grocery store. You should probably leave your spouse home too. Just make sure you stick to that list and get what you've planned for. Bringing cash can be a way to ensure that you don't go over budget. Also check your grocery store circular. It's a great place to find coupons. If you like farmers market, you can always make a relationship with the grower and get that product that's 1 or 2 days old for cheaper. It won't be sold on the shelves, but it's still perfectly good.
At a lot of smaller markets, you can find the day-old or just on the edge of being bad perishables, and they're still good. You can use them in soups, you can freeze them for use later, put them in smoothies. There are so many ways that you can use those items that are on the verge of being expired.
So we mentioned coupons. There's also some money-saving apps. You can get them right to your phone that will help you save a few bucks while feeding the whole family this summer. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to tell you what experts say is their favorite one. And right now on WFLA.com, we have 8 extra tips that will hopefully help you cut down on your grocery shopping bill next time you head to the store. And guys, I have to say, I've already implemented some of these tips, and they help out big time because my husband can eat himself as much as a family of 4. So any tips I can get to keep that grocery bill down, Marco, I will take them all.
Yeah, those are great tips. I don't understand how they're so small and they fit so much food in them. These kids.
So much.
Right, Amanda, thank you.
All right, it's 6:17. It's West Florida's only solely devoted meadery, and it's right in Tampa Heights.
Mead is considered the oldest form of alcoholic beverage on the planet.
Chad Wiltz is the owner of Garage's Meadery. Mead is made with honey and is becoming more and more popular across the country.
Our peanut butter and jelly products tend to sell pretty quickly. The last one we did was over 1,500 bottles, and they disappeared in 24 hours.
Lee and I take our Let's Try It series to Garage's to see this new craze about an ancient drink, and that'll be on grade 38 starting at 7 a.m. And I have to say, the coffee-flavored one was delicious.
Really?
So was the PBJ.
Yeah, so because it's made with honey as opposed to grapes or malts like with beer or wine, they can add any flavor to it. So you can, I mean, they're vastly different.
And the crazy thing is that he can't keep them on the shelf.
Oh, right.
Really?
I want to know what's in your mug today.
Oh, just boring English breakfast.
Not nearly as fun as the
English
mead. All right, 6:18 this morning. It is steamy out there. We have Max Defender 8 working, and I can zoom in and find these tiny little showers. I mean, they are tiny. They come in off the Gulf. They barely hold on for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I was seeing just for a second a little bit of rain here at the eastern side of the Howard Franklin Bridge, but even that has already fizzled out. So most of us are dry this morning, and it's humid. I mean, you may see some of these low-hanging clouds because there's just that much moisture in the air. Innisbrook Golf and Spa Resort in Palm Harbor, you're checking in now at 79 degrees. There is the slimmest rain chance as a weak cold front actually arrives this morning, but the bigger thing you're going to notice is just how humid it is. Few showers at noon, 90 at 4 p.m., so a hot day, yes. Most of the rain will be south of I-4. By the way, on this day, June 5th, 1985, Tampa International recorded a 99-degree temperature. That is the all-time record high in Tampa. Did you know we have never hit 100? Wendy in Brooksville, though, says kind of feels like 100, 76 and that humid. Rain chances today, better to the south, drier to the north. But tomorrow, with a stalled cold front in the area, both for Wednesday and Thursday, the rain chances remain on the higher side, transitioning back to about 30% by the time we head into the end of the week. 90 today. 87 tomorrow, kept down slightly with the extra clouds and rain, and a 40% chance there on Thursday. Meredith, how about traffic on the 8s?
Well, I want to take a look at the Howard Franklin Bridge. First, this is I-75 near Bruce B. Downs, very light traffic. Now the Howard Franklin, I actually did see some of those sprinkles on my traffic cameras a few moments ago, and as Lee said, all out of the way now. So, looks like a pretty light ride. In fact, we're not seeing any delays on our major roadways just yet. Average speeds at or above the speed limit. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Meredith. Texting with emoji is about to get even better.
Yeah, still ahead, the new symbols to help you express yourself and when you can start using them.
And how waffles and syrup brought down this black bear lurking around a Florida school right now. It's 6:20 and you're watching News Channel 8 today.
She's always on your side. Better call Benkett today at 5.
Shop it like it's hot during Ashley Home Store's Summer Fun Sale. Find sizzling savings of up to 30% off plus 12-month special financing or 0% interest for 72 months on today's hottest furniture and mattresses. Get next-day delivery 7 days a week only at Ashley Home Store.
The heat is on, and Del Air Heating and Air Conditioning can turn it off. It's Del Air, so you never have to worry about cost with our $500 lowest price guarantee. Right now, Del Air is offering up to $1,700 in rebates on a high-efficiency Lennox system. Visit delair.com today.
Garage door broken? There's only one call. Precision Garage Door. No extra charge for evenings and weekends. Same-day repairs and replacement. Real life happens. Precision Garage Door will be there fast when it counts. Guaranteed. Precision Garage Door. A name you can trust.
This is not a restaurant. This is slow smoking that stirs your soul. The stuff that makes going out feel like coming home. This is not a restaurant. It's a barbecue. 50 years in the making. Come fill up on all your favorites. Sonny's Barbecue. Come taste tradition.
The thought of surgery for my back pain scared me, but with laser spine surgery, I was home the same day.
We accept Medicare and most insurance plans. Call Physician Partners of America today for a free MRI review. Stop living in pain and call now. Relief is here.
At Culpeper Curlin, we believe that family is the essence of life. Nothing in life is more important than the time we share with those we love.
Pain and suffering can rob you of these treasured moments. These moments cannot be recovered. Their value is immeasurable. We understand.
Allow our dedication and devotion to family to get you back to the things in life that are most precious. We are Culpeper Curlin.
The heat is on, and Del Air Heating and Air Conditioning can turn it off. With over 400 fully stocked trucks, one of our expert technicians can fix your problem today. Right now, Del Air is offering up to $1,700 in rebates on a high-efficiency Lennox system. Visit delair.com today.
Shop it like it's hot during Ashley Home Store's Summer Fun Sale. Save $500 instantly on Ashley Sleep Bonita Springs Firm or Plush Queen mattresses. Now only $10 a month with 60-month financing. Plus, get next-day delivery 7 days a week only at Ashley Home Store.
All right, a bear sighting is putting Fort Myer neighborhood on edge. All thanks to this guy. A black bear strolling down the street. A nearby school even had to be put on lockdown. To make matters worse, the furry guy got into a 4-hour standoff with police. So you know how they trapped him? Some waffles and syrup. That would bring me out of hibernation for sure. All right, get ready, Marco. I'm going to be sending you cupcakes, skateboards, all kinds of cool emojis.
Emojis. I got excited. I thought I was getting cupcakes. All right, well, Unicode, we're talking about here, releasing 157 new emojis. They include red-haired smiley faces, a hot and cold face, and even superheroes. You might not be able to use the new emojis right away. Apple, Google, and other companies, they need to add them to your operating system before those show up. Pretty cool.
The redheads are celebrating this.
Oh, yes. It's going to be great.
All right.
6:24, and we have got your weather and traffic on the 8s coming up next.
Closed captioning brought to you by Famous State Appliance and Bedding Centers, famous for great deals since 1954.
Need a ceiling fan installed? Broken plug or breaker fix? Call Electric Today now. We offer same-day service. Call today for our $36 off summer special.
When you need an electrician without delay, call Tampa Bay's favorite, Electric Today.
He drives it high and deep into right field. Fair and gone. Home run for Tino Martinez. Right by McGriff, and the foot race to the bag. McGriff beats him in. Home run for Tino Martinez.
And this ball is gone.
Celebrate the 20th anniversary season on Saturday, June 9th when the Rays wear their Devil Rays throwbacks. Visit RaysBaseball.com for more info. Rays up.
Check out the new leather collections at Rooms to Go. Amazing selection and something for everyone. Great looks, great styles, and of course, great prices. Only at Rooms to Go.
Meet Fiona. She just got the Frontier bundle.
I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD. And we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel.
Frontier doesn't have that.
Get Spectrum TV $29.99 a month. Call 855-439-2999.
And with Spectrum Internet, we get 100 megabits with no data caps. It's the fastest speed for the price with a free modem and security suite.
My starting speed is only 50 megabits, and I pay nearly $5 more a month for internet security software.
Get Spectrum Internet $29.99 a month. Call 855-439-2999.
Plus, Spectrum Voice has unlimited nationwide calling with no additional taxes and fees.
That cost extra too. I'd switch, but I'm in a contract to get their best price.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll help buy out yours.
I'm calling Spectrum.
Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice, $29.99 a month each. Call 855-439-2999.
Need a ceiling fan installed? Broken plug or breaker fix? Call Electric Today now. We offer same-day service. Call today for our $36 off summer special.
When you need an electrician without delay, call Tampa Bay's favorite, Electric Today.
When Lydia fought with a funeral home for months to get her mother's headstone installed, Shannon Benkin was on her side.
This was our mom. She was our friend. She was our best friend.
After 6 months of fighting for a headstone for her mother, Lydia Ball turned to me. While we were speaking, they were working.
Thanks so much, Shannon. Shannon Beacon was standing right by my side. I was so happy.
That's what 8 on Your Side does every day.
Good morning. Time for weather and traffic on the 8s. Ooh, let me tell you, it is humid out there. Veterans Ford camera in Tampa, 78 degrees, low-hanging clouds, and even at times some very tiny showers coming in off the Gulf on max Defender 8. But everybody's getting the crying emoji when I tell them just how humid it is today. This onshore wind flow pattern will continue, which means why don't you just go to the beach? Lots of sunshine, a little bit of rain chance farther to the south, but an onshore breeze keeps it quite steamy, but temperatures in the mid-80s. So I'm giving the beach forecast an 8 out of 10, Meredith.
The humidity will dry those tears quickly. We do have a bad accident in Lakeland. It has US 98 closed at Griffin Road. Your alternate routes would include Lakeland Hills to the east or Kathleen Road to the west. Both of those will get you to I-4 if that's where you're trying to go. I-4 through Polk County is accident-free. We'll be right back.
Banco Overhead Doors collection of hurricane-rated garage doors offers safety, security, and selection. With a wide variety of styles available, don't worry. Be ready. Get a free estimate on a new hurricane-rated garage door today. Schedule at bancodoors.com.
Are you ready for your last treatment, Johnny?
I'm ready.
Banco Overhead Doors collection of hurricane-rated garage doors offers safety, security, and selection. With a wide variety of styles available, don't worry. Be ready. Get a free estimate on a new hurricane-rated garage door today. Schedule at bancodoors.com.
Right now on News Channel 8 Today.
This morning, the school resource officer who did not confront the Parkland school shooter is telling his side of the story.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't. I'm sorry.
Still ahead, the reasons he gives for not rushing into Stoneman Douglas High as 17 people were shot and killed.
And throwing shade on plans for a solar farm in Pasco County, the reason homeowners are not sold on using sunshine for power, and the important meeting on the plans happening today.
Plus, we've got the scoop about a Bay Area neighborhood putting the freeze on ice cream trucks, where they're now banned, and the push to bring them back. Well, good morning and welcome to News Channel 8 Today. I'm Gail Guayardo.
And I'm Marco Villarreal. Happy Tuesday to you. We're checking in with meteorologist Lee Spann. This morning, it's already muggy.
It really is. Even more so than what you expect for early June. I'm calling it oppressive out there. With the Florida Cancer Specialist camera in Tampa, you see the low-hanging clouds. That's that extra humidity. 80 degrees. Now, caught up in this onshore wind flow, you get tiny showers, and they don't last very long, but that could impact your morning jog or walk with the dog. Here's one little tiny one here just south of Ruskin in southern Hillsborough County. We've got some spotty rain in the southern portion of Sarasota County around Englewood, but I'm actually tracking a cold front. Now, I don't want you to get too excited. This front will have no impact on our temperatures. What it will have an impact on is who sees the rain today, because as the front pushes south, notice places like Citrus, Hernando, Pasco County, not only do you see less rain, less cloud cover too, but an onshore flow keeps any rain that develops along and south of I-4. So a better rain chance farther south, smaller rain chance farther to the north, and everybody hot at 90 degrees, which is actually average for this time of the year. So at 6:38, I'll go 8 days into the future and let you know the temperature trend, guys.
Hi, thank you, Lee. This morning, the school resource officer who did not go inside Stoneman Douglas High School during that tragic shooting is breaking his silence.
On the Today Show, right here on News Channel 8, Scott Peterson sits down exclusively with anchor Savannah Guthrie